Okay, today's fun, and it's taken me about a week to get this far, setting it up, is La Grande Guerre. Got a few more pieces set up over here, but yeah, it's kind of a big one. Alright, what has it taken to get to this point, other than sorting lots and lots and lots of counters, and setting them up over here on the player aid sheets? This is a game I love. So I'm going to explain what happened in the initial setup. I haven't gone beyond the initial situation, which is Austria has just given an ultimatum to Serbia, and Serbia has said, okay, I'm willing to accept all but one of your points. I am not going to become your vassal. And we're at a diplomatic point where possibly Serbia will cave, possibly some other situations will happen. England may or may not enter the war at this point. Right now, none of their pieces are set up. They're not in the war yet. Something like Italy could end up throwing its weight in on the Central Powers side. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but a lot has happened already. The setup of this game is very dynamic. There's a lot of action that you play in terms of making picks. So let me explain what did happen. First of all, for the initial picks, the Germans chose to use the von Moltke plan, which positions their forces over on the Russian front with the intention of blasting the Russians. The Austrians took pretty much the historical pick, which, with a little bit additional strength, which is to defend against both borders. The French took something of a less aggressive approach than they did historically, but they bolstered Belgium in terms of strength. So they were hoping the additional defensive capability of Belgium and not making the painful attacks that they historically did right at the beginning of the game would give them a big advantage. On the same hand, the Russians took... Remember what I picked initially for the Russians. It may have been a modified version of the Tannenberg plan. I think they went with the straight Tannenberg for the advantages that it gave in terms of cheapness. The German situation in Tannenberg is so weak looking that it's very attractive to think about, gee, I have two armies against most of an army. I should be able to take out Königsberg. Historically, of course, it didn't work out that way, and the game is set up so that it's very unlikely to happen. The Russians have horrible attempts to simulate the historical situation. Okay, all fine and dandy, except the Germans picked, let me see if I can get in on this. The one shit, that event there, which allows them, it's a little better, to rearrange their war plan after they find out what the other players do. And this is the only time I've ever seen this happen. It's also the only time I've ever picked the reverse Schlieffen plan, which is, I think it's not a real plan, but I don't know enough about the history of the German war planning at the time to tell you for sure. Instead of making the strike through Belgium, it's to make a strike through Switzerland. Given that Belgium was strengthened, and they knew this, and that the French had switched their plans. See, this is one of the things, if you take the von Moltke plan, that telegraphs that you're moving extra troops over onto the East Front. So both the Russians and the French got to change their plans. The French picked a fully aggressive plan in the Alsace-Lorraine region, and the Russians picked to move their entire offense up against the Austrian side. And because of the German pick, they moved away from the von Moltke plan, completely surprising the French, and now they're positioned along the Swiss border. I have to try to figure out what I want to do diplomatically with this. It's a different situation than I'm used to. it opens up a lot of possibilities. Italy usually looks like a horrible... I've tried Italy once. I have 2 recorded games that I fully chronicled. And in one of them, the Italians were enticed back into the Central Powers. And basically they got stuck a little beyond the Alps. A huge chunk of France was missing. The British Navy was sunk. The West looked in horrible shape, and the Russians managed to plow through so that they were right up in Berlin. And they didn't actually capture Berlin. Germany did a voluntary surrender, which is less painful than if you have a revolt or something that forces a surrender, like Russia historically did. This game is amazing in terms of, well, first of all, it requires there's a lot of luck involved in it. So, you know, if you fail at an offensive, there's a chance you just lost the game. You know, just in terms of bad die rolls all at once happening, they could cause your government to collapse. And, well, you know, if you're Germany or France or Russia or even Britain, getting knocked out of the war is a major, major factor. Even something like Austria could be a big effect. Anyhow, I'll come back when I get the diplomacy done. I'm running a little low on battery power, and it's not like I have any interwebs anyway, so I can't really share this with you. But I have to say, this is one of my treasures, even though it takes a week to set up. It didn't used to take that long. It used to not work.